Hello, hello. This is a test of the Webinar Fusion Pro and the Google Hangouts. Now waiting for things to emerge on the other page, assuming we are all on the same webinar. We don't have... dat ziet er beter uit, ja. Hallo, hallo. Dit is een test of... Ik heb een webinar met mezelf, zie je? Daar ben ik. Ja, die loopt erachter. Dit zijn de mensen die kijken. Zo is het. Nog niet. Straks over 30 seconden zien ze jou. Geloof me. Dus voor mensen met geheugenverlies, die kunnen dan gewoon 30 seconden later zien ze wat ze voor je gezegd hebben. Dat is een goede oplossing, hè? Ja, leuk. Ik kan niet alles nog Nou ja. Hoor je mijn stem ook op dat ding? Tuurlijk. Nou, misschien. Ik weet, het hangt er vanaf hoe gevoelig de microfoon is. Ja, ik hoor je een beetje. Oké, goed. Dit functioneert verder. En als je een PowerPoint set hebt, dan kan je daarmee presenteren. Ik zal het eens even testen met PowerPoint. Okay, so now we're going to test how we can present with this technology. I can go and, this is Google Chrome. So guys, anybody who looks at this, I'm actually working this broadcast in Google Chrome, and previously it would hang out in a white screen as soon as I would test the presentation. Then I better first clean up my files because it will crash otherwise, and then I have to down my computer, which is kind of a bugger problem. And maybe I can actually share this with the support people from Google and tell them that there is a problem here. Let's try that. Because my experience is I have to reboot the computer or at least log out to be able to continue later on. Sorry. Still closing stuff that I don't want to lose. Even close Skype now. Does it? Quit Skype. Yes, quit. Yeah, going through the whole procedure of exit. Dragon. So sorry to keep you waiting. However, the problem is that I'm working actually this Hangout in Google Chrome. And the problem with sharing there is that it whites my screen and I lose all the okay. This is not a webinar with very much interesting content for you. So in case you're kind of bored and you want to log off, you're totally right. We are actually in the process of testing things here. And yeah, there are some issues. When I use actually the Firefox version, I'm in good shape. However, when I start this out of my Chrome mail, which I use a lot, then I end up with Chrome on a PC and it tends to want to crash. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what happens. All right. I have a toolbox. We don't have any attendees at the moment. So let's do screen save. Oh, wow. PowerPoint. Tyler. Here we go. Look at this. It actually works. I'm impressed myself, to be honest. So this is a sample from a PowerPoint slide set. And when I'm going to do this on full screen, it should follow the full screen thing. I thought. It doesn't necessarily, so I have to go and end the screen share. Try it again. PowerPoint slideshow. This is even better. Now you see it and now you don't. Here is and I can now easily just go through the presentation and they change immediately. And it looks really, the quality looks really good. I'm happy with this result. It's at the moment on the screen and it positions this in the top. That's nice. After you install Office Mix, what is Office Mix? Let's see. And watch the presentation how to mix the tools. That sounds like a plan, actually. I don't know Office Mix. Are you guys interested to see Office Mix? Then we'll definitely will exercise that and try it. Let me put me back on. So here we are. That was surprising, wasn't it? Maybe we're learning something after all. My camera is over there and my screen is over here. So that's why you see me kind of looking shady eyes, but I can look at you as well. So we're going to see what Office Mix does. What do you think about that? And I can do that actually on. Okay, I'm going to follow the link. I don't know how this works. We'll check it out. I can click the photo. when I'm in the slideshow, I can click the photo. So we're going to try that, and I'm going to share it as well, since I'm going to show you the screen where this is on, so then we can see what happens. Bill Gates is there. Click the photo. I click the photo, you can see that it starts to. Something is happening. Here we go. Are poor countries doomed to stay poor? Bill Gates. I don't know. Let's listen to him.
I often hear people say that poor countries are doomed to stay poor. That's a myth. In fact, some nations that people think of as developing have already developed and are no longer poor, with many more nations well on their way. In fact, I'm optimistic enough about the future to make a prediction. There will be almost no poor countries in the world by 2035. I know that some people will be surprised to hear this. So, in the next few minutes, I want to explain why I'm so optimistic. First, let me explain what I mean when I say poor countries. The World Bank classifies countries into four groups, from low income to high income, with the middle group split into two different categories. In the low income countries, the average annual income per person is $1,035 or less. Now we've got a total of 196 countries. Only 36 are in this low income category, which is what I'm calling poor countries. What my prediction is that by 2035, so a little over 20 years, nearly all of these countries will have graduated up into the next highest category, which is the low middle income category, or even in a few cases, maybe even to higher categories. Here's a map showing where those poor countries are located. You see, most of them are in Africa. We have one country, Haiti, over in the Americas.
Okay, we're going to sign in. I'm just do that on a different screen. If I don't share that. I need to close PowerPoint before I install it. So I'm going to go out of PowerPoint. Have to find it. Close the window. That ends up in my downloads, I'm sure. And I can go and execute this. I get the normal license terms and I have to agree to those. I have to, then I go install it. I say yes. Setup process. I'm getting maybe more than I hoped for. Visual Studio files for Office. actually interesting. Oh, okay, sorry. Sorry guys, I was holding you. This is the real view of the story. So you get this, close PowerPoint, start, download, install and complete it. And that's what's happening at the moment. So we all can see what Office Mix means for us. Hey, we are successful. Restart. Huh? Restart the computer. Well, we are not going to do that now because, well, I have to keep you in suspense about this. And at any rate, it seems that we're doing fine. And, well, at least we have Office Mix installed and we heard what Bill Gates thought about it all. Watch, create, share. Okay, that sounds really good. Sounds like a way of create, publish, share, ink, navigation, capture all in PowerPoint, share your mix or video with anybody else. See who's viewing your mix with powerful analytics. Screen recording, publish and share. Create your first mix. Are you with me? We're gonna create a mix. I don't know whether it actually starts this way. PowerPoint, tuck. Let's see what we get on the screen here. You're probably interested, like I am. Okay, what do we have? We start recording over here. We can close, return to the mix tab. The camera and the microphone we can organize here. I can draw on slides. Upload to mix. Well, that's quite interesting actually. What's on the next page? Sorry, I jumped out of that too fast. Do more with Office Mix. Yeah, guys, I think this looks great. Let's go back to my my screen. I will have to reboot the computer since I downed everything else. Anyway, it's we're in good shape, and I'm very glad to report that it was possible to share something without upsetting the computer. I still won't know why this was the case. I'm gonna stop the screen share at the moment. I'm gonna click on myself so that you can see me again. Welcome again, and I want to say goodbye. Thanks very much for joining me on this webinar, and I hope you learned something. I certainly did, and I'm glad that this test worked out very good. Look forward to seeing you next time. This is Richard de Laat calling off. Bye-bye.